G'day guys, just thought I'd come on today and have a bit of a yak to you of something that I've been setting up for a little while. While my back was there a little while ago, I had a quick back and I was couldn't do much, so I started studying up a bit of 12 volt power. I've got a friend that he goes away duck shooting and fishing and stuff, and he showed me his setup he's got in his ute. He's got a fridge full time in his ute, and he said, look, it's pretty simple, you know. And he went over and showed me his thing. He opened his fridge up and he had some nice cold ones in there. I thought, geez, this is a good idea, you know, because Lynn and I do a fair bit of camping, as you know, and we've always just had our basics, you know. We'll take an esky and some ice, and when the ice has run out, well, it's time to come home. So I got thinking about it and thought, you know, if we wanted to go bush for an extended time for whatever reason, it would be good to have refrigeration. So if I catch a few fish, we can keep them in the fridge, or trap a few rabbits or whatever, and to have a fridge. So yeah, and plus, like I say, we've never had any, when we go camping, like I say, it's usually basic stuff for us. And I've never been into technology, anything like that. Like I can make a video with the phone, but Lynn has to load it up and do all the things and make the videos, because I can't use a computer. I know I should learn, but I just never been into that sort of stuff, you know. So anyway, I've been getting out of my comfort zone trying to set up this stuff. It's pretty simple, I know, but anyway, I started watching a few YouTube videos and things, and I thought, yeah, I reckon I can work something out, you know. Yeah, I'll show you what I've got set up here. I hope it's going to work. It seems like it's going to, but the proof will be in the pudding when we go bush next time, which hopefully we can go pretty soon. So, because we want to get up there. There's snow already about, but we'll get a little spot where it's not too cold, hopefully, and try some of this stuff out. But I think I showed you once before, we bought a little 12 volt shower, plug into the 12 volt thing. Pretty handy if you're going to be in the bush for an extended time. It's okay to rough it for a few days and that, but I'm getting a bit over roughing it, so yeah, I never thought I'd ever have one of these campers either. I said, nah, don't need one of them, you know. We got swags and tents and tarps and things, but I tell you what, the best thing I've ever bought, I reckon, this thing. And we can get in anywhere with it, where we normally go, so. But yeah, I got myself a new hat, as you'll see. It's a funny story. The girls, the three daughters, they said, Dad, you need a new hat. This was probably 3 years ago, you know, so I can't remember what the present was for, but they gave us me some money each to buy a new hat. So about 6 months went by and they said, you haven't got that new hat yet, Dad? Oh no, I said, I'll get it one day. I've still got some wear left in the other one. So this is a pup out of my old one. But I get the most out of my hats. I usually wear them till they got holes in them, and I sew them up and keep wearing them. But anyway, of course, all this business that come about, you couldn't go into shops, and I mean, the shop I wanted to go into, I had to put a blooming hazmat suit on just about to get in the door. So I thought, well, they can keep their hat. So this, like I say, this would be 3 years ago that they gave me the money. So the kids have been probably thinking, well, I could have bought 4 or 5 boxes of beer for the price of this hat. So I reckon the girls have been thinking Dad's gone and spent money on something else. So anyway, if you see this, girls, this is thanks for the new hat. It's taken a few years, but finally got it. And I always like to buy things local if I can, but I said, you know, I'll blow them. I'll get it online. You know, I know my size and what I want, so I bought it online. I didn't have to go out of my house. So I thought, blow them. I couldn't buy it before, I don't want to buy it now then. So anyway, that's just me. But actually, there's a channel that I like to mention too, and Steve from Integrative Preparedness. And it's funny, the other day he had a nice white new hat on, you know, so I thought it's about time, Wayne. But Steve has got a great channel, Integrative Preparedness, and he tells it how it is, and he doesn't take any bull dust, and he knows what he's talking about, because yeah, he's a good man, and we watch him a lot, but he puts out some really good information, he does, over there. So if you happen to go over there, tell him Homestead I sent you. But he's a straight shooter, the type of guy I'd like to have on my side. I wouldn't like to be against him. So anyway, I might get Lynn to put that in the description box, whatever that is. So go and check out Steve if you want some good information on what's going on in the world. And like I say, he says it how it is, diplomatically. But anyway, I'll take this thing down and I'll give you a look at what I've done. You know, there'd probably someone watch this that probably could give me some good advice, because I'm just sort of doing what I've watched a few videos and things and doing what I think's best. So anyway, I'll give you a look at what I've done. Okay, this is the second take, third take. I got through it and I realised I'd spun the phone because the battery's in a cabinet there. I didn't realise I was turning my phone. So I like to do things one take, as you can probably tell when you watch the videos I do. So this is my Anderson plug, goes at the back of the ute. I'll take you up and show you in here. Oh, it's just a bit of a toolbox type of thing on the front of the ute here. So I'll just try and hold this best I can. I don't want it to spin again on me. So when I got this trailer, it had this fuse box, little fuse thing set up here, and it had a 105 amp hour battery just here. It was just sitting there in a cardboard box, and it was sliding all over the place. So I sort of fixed these leads up, and I soldered new I'm just trying to sneak it down here. I soldered new terminals onto these leads and things because it was pretty ratty. So what I've got here is I bought these couple of battery boxes. Well, I got three actually. I got two the same as this one. The one in the back of the ute's the same as this one, and this one over here was a real cheap one. I think it was 20 bucks. I thrown it out of the camping shop because of course it's out of date, but that doesn't worry me. So what I did was I seen this one had the Anderson plugs on top here, so I took the cover off and I fitted an Anderson plug to the lid of this one as well, so it made it a bit more handy box rather than using the cigarette socket in the end of it, or these terminals. So yeah, that made not a bad little box out of that. That battery was just in a cardboard box here in the corner when we bought this camper. So what I've done is I've made a bit of a harness here. I might go sideways, maybe you can see it. It's a bit hard to get into this box here without spinning the camera. I was originally going to just connect the two batteries using, that's why I put that Anderson plug on that little box over there originally, so I could connect that battery to this battery through the Anderson plugs. But then I got thinking and I thought, well, will I just go from positive to positive and negative to negative with the, and then I thought, no, I made up these couple of bits of harnesses here. If you can see, it's a bit hard to see in this box, but and I put what I did was put a Anderson plug on the end of each of those two harnesses, so I can couple the batteries up like that. So it's quick and easy if I want to disconnect the batteries, and it still gives me my Anderson plugs, whereas I've already used this Anderson plug to run a lead out through to the outside. I'll take you around and show you. I thought, well, I drilled a hole for here, and I found a rubber grommet in the shed, and I fitted a plug here on the outside of the box, because when we put up our annex, on this side is where our cooking facilities are. I thought, well, I can put our fridge there where it's close and handy in our little kitchen. So that's what I did there. And you know, I can take this, unplug this and plug it into this one if I want to, but if the two batteries are connected, it doesn't matter. But I just sort of trying to make as many options as I could without using up those Anderson plugs. And I can hook I've got a 160 watt solar panel here, fold out job, so I can hook the solar panel straight into one of these plugs, whichever one I want. So that's basically it. I'll just walk back around the other side here. Yeah, so what I've got is I've got 170. I bought two new batteries. This one was in here, the original battery was a 105 amp hour battery that they had just in a cardboard box, and so I went and bought two new batteries, 170 amp hour batteries. I was originally going to put the 270 amp hour batteries in here and connect them, but because my back was a bit dodgy, I had one in the back of the ute when I picked it up, and I thought, oh, it's too heavy, I'm just going to put it in the box in the back of the ute. So I didn't get around to putting it in here. Then someone said to me, oh no, you need the same size batteries here being connected together, and I don't know, but they're both 12 volt batteries. I don't know if that makes any difference or not, but I talked to another friend of mine, and he said no, they're both 12 volt batteries, it should be fine. So that was one thing I was told, and I don't know whether it's right or wrong, so someone might be able to correct me on that. But it's just been charging this battery up. What's it got in it? 13.3. This one's just got a little button on it, it's pretty dodgy sort of a thing, but yeah, so that's my little battery setup in there. I put a couple of rubber mats underneath them, and what I did was I made up a bracket to go down the back here. I don't know if you can see it or not, same as in the ute. Where is it? Yeah, I made a bracket up and I screwed it against the wall for both of them. So if I want to shift them or pull them out, all I do is undo the strap. So they're secure in there, they're not going to move. So when I bought the camper, they had that battery there in a cardboard box, and it was sliding around, and yeah. So anyway, I tidied up the leads a bit. They weren't in very good repair because of that reason. So that's what I've got in there, and yeah, just gonna have to see how it goes. got it. Just made up a double, more or less a double adapter here. I've got a Anderson for my dual battery coming from to the back of the vehicle, but I've hooked another one into it so I can go. I've gone up into the back of the ute where I've put a battery box in the back of the ute, but so I can run a fridge in the back of the ute or whatever I want to run, and then when I hook our camp trailer on, I can just hook this one to the camp trailer, so I'll be charging a battery in the back of the ute here, and also a couple I've got in the camp trailer. I'll just show you this battery box I've put in the back of the ute. So this wire here is coming from down where I was at the bottom of the ute there, up, and I can plug my battery into it here. I'll put a few fuse here so I can isolate it. Yeah. So I'm going to keep this one in here. I did buy a battery tray, but I decided that it was a bit of a pain, so I just put this strap around. I made a bracket on the side of the ute there, so that when I want to just disconnect it and pull it out, there's nothing in the back of the ute if I want to put a load in here. So this is going to be handy. We might just get a little fridge to keep in the ute, and like I say, it's easy to take out when I want to. What I've done in here under the bonnet, there's no room to run a second battery in here, so that's why I've put that battery back in the back, and it's going to be a lot handier anyway. But what I've done here is I've put a battery isolator in down here, so I've got my start battery here, comes down this wire, got a fuse in here, and it goes to the battery isolator, and then this one goes out into the back of the ute. So this little isolator, when I run the ute, it goes through that isolator, charges the battery in the back of the ute and the ones in the camper, and then when I turn the vehicle off, this little isolator clicks in and isolates our start battery so that we don't get a flat battery, just in case, you know, things run down. But there's another little wire here. This little wire, you can put a switch on this that will bypass this isolator. If you happen to get a flat start battery, you can put a switch so that you can draw power from the other batteries to start your vehicle, but I'm not going to bother about that. I might put a switch on it just in here, but I'm not going to run a switch into the cabin, that's for sure. So I've given it a run with the battery in the back, and this isolator, this switch is working good. It's charging the battery up in the back. Yeah, so that's a bit of a basic setup that I've got going on here. Like I say, I did watch stuff on smart alternators and DC chargers, and I come to the conclusion that I haven't got a smart alternator. Anyway, however it was, I worked it out that I haven't got a smart alternator, which is good. I'm probably not clever enough to have a smart alternator, so I'm just going to have to see how things go when we go camping next time. So I'll keep you informed what happens. Hopefully it all goes alright, doesn't go up in smoke. So anyway guys, take care, and we'll catch you next time. Bye. I forgot. Sorry. This is my disclaimer. I'm no way a auto electrician or electrical engineer. I think you might know that from watching this video. Is that right, Dale?
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Cheers for now.